Smoky, that's a pretty horse.
Well, he ought to be. Great-great-granddaddy was Silver, the Lone Ranger's horse.
He was? Did you know the Lone Ranger?
Yes, sirree. I knew him well. When I was a boy just about your age.
Gee, you're lucky. Wished I had known him. Why did they call him the Lone Ranger, Smoky? Tell me about him.
Well, it happened a long time ago. In them days, Texas wasn't the peaceful state it is today. There wasn't no dude ranches like this one. Money was scarce, and law and order had almost disappeared with the end of the Civil War. There were bands of guerrillas and outlaws running wild. Burning, robbing, murder.
Wants to see you.
Sneed, what's your reason for hanging around the camp? If you're to be any good to me,
Kester and his men are bringing in a stagecoach. I found out from an innkeeper that an important official is traveling to Pecos. I told Kester about it this morning.
An official, you say?
That's what I heard. Now I'll tell you why I've been hanging around the camp. If I remember right, there's a little matter of money due me for the last information I got for you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
That rat will double-cross his own brother.
This fellow seems to be somebody important. I thought maybe you might like to see him. I must warn you, sir, that you're interfering with the federal government. It will not be tolerated. I demand that you take me to Pecos at once.
Search him.
So you're Colonel Marcus Jeffries, the newly appointed Commissioner of Finance of the state of Texas.
I am.
It says here that you're commissioned by the United States Treasury Department to enforce tax collection in this state. Take Colonel Marcus Jeffries outside and show him that view of the valley. I think he'll find it very interesting. This piece of paper puts the wealth of Texas in the palm of my hand. Colonel Marcus Jeffries.
You are to be congratulated, Colonel Jeffries. Your success in handling the tax situation in this state has been phenomenal.
I represent the government, gentlemen, and I have sufficient troops to back me up. The people of Texas are beginning to realize my power. Pardon me a moment, gentlemen.
I thought I told you never to come here.
Something important I got to tell you.
I'll send for you as soon as my office is clear.
I know, but not now.
Go on, go on.
just found out that Captain Rance and a band of Texas Rangers have entered the state, and they're on the way here.
Rangers?
And if they get here and find out how you're running things,
Have Kester come here.
All right, place them in.
come on.
You're not well. The others, are they? Other Rangers, all dead. You only man Tonto find alive.
The only one. The Lone Ranger. I'll never rest until those deaths are avenged. And he became the Lone Ranger.
But didn't the government know that something was wrong?
Well, things were pretty well messed up. But there was a mighty wise man a-setting in the White House, and he heard of the doings in Texas. And he sent for a man that he could trust.
Fletcher, your post as special administrator to Texas gives you full authority.
Mr. President, you honor me with your confidence. May I ask if Colonel Jeffries has been informed of my appointment?
Yes, he has. The unofficial reports of his brutal and heartless methods of collecting taxes have greatly worried me.
I have never had the pleasure of meeting the Colonel, but I am sure those reports must be exaggerated.
Let us hope so.
I leave in the morning with my daughter, Mr. President.
I shall be anxious for your first report to Washington. Godspeed, my friend. Upon the success of your mission depends the happiness of many people.
I shall do my best.
Thank you.
We're banding together to fight Jeffries. You'll be safe in the old stockade. Go there.
The Lone Ranger's making you all look like fools. And not only that, he got the ranchers to fortify the old stockade in San Juan Valley. And a special administrator by the name of Blanchard is on his way here from Washington. Those Texans must be cleared out of that stockade before he gets here. If Blanchard talks to them, he'll have the federal cavalry on us in no time. Now get out, all of you! Sneed. Do any of the ranchers suspect you?
No.
Then join them at the stockade and keep your eyes open.
I'll do better than that. I think I know who the Lone Ranger is. He must be one of 5 Texans I've been watching. Why, I'll deliver him to you before nightfall.
Glad you showed up, Forrest. We need food and ammunition badly.
I know where there's plenty of powder and grain to be had.
Good.
I ought to have about 5 men. Alan King?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Bob Stewart?
Sure, Joe, I'll go.
Jim Clark, are you willing to take a chance with me?
Sure.
Bert Rogers? How about you, Forrest?
Count me in, Joe.
Good. We'll talk over my plan on the way.
Let's get going.
We want 3 kegs of powder and all the 45s you've got.
Put up your hands.
Why, you...
Put up your hands.
I have reason to believe that one of you is the Lone Ranger. Now, if the Lone Ranger will admit his identity, it will save the others from execution. All right? I'll give you 15 minutes to think it over.
I am the Lone Ranger.
You?
Yes. I didn't tell Jeffries because I wanted to speak with you men first. There is a lot to be accomplished. Texas needs loyal fighters.
But she needs the Lone Ranger, most of all.
That's right. Jeffries won't keep his word anyway. We're in this thing together and we'll stick together.
I can't let you die on my account.
If we die, it'll be together. And for Texas.
You men have the spirit of rangers. I am glad.
And while it was too dark to figure out who was doing the talking, one of them admitted being the Lone Ranger.
Make preparations for their execution immediately.
Yes, sir.
Any last message you want me to take to the stockade? I'm on my way there with some troopers to surprise your friends. You ought to all be together again by evening.
All right, let's get it over with.
Yes, sir.
there! Arms!
Where can I find Colonel Jeffries?
Why, I'm Colonel Jeffries.
I am George Blanchard, special administrator sent from Washington to confer with you.
Why, I didn't expect you so soon.
My daughter Joan, Colonel.
Welcome to Pecos, Miss Blanchard.
May I ask what's taking place here?
A military matter, Mr. Blanchard. But come. You must be tired and weary after your long journey. Quick, Tonto. My guns. Follow me to the stockade. We've got to get there before Sneed.
Stockade is right around the bend. As soon as I get the gates open, I'll give you a signal.
I'll let you in by the small gate, Sneed.
Where is everybody?
There's a mass meeting at the storehouse. You'd better join them.
I will. As soon as I unload this powder.
I'll give you a hand.
I am very glad that Washington has sent you to Pecos. A man of authority, a just man, is much needed here.
By your statement, do you imply that Colonel Jeffries is not a just man?
My order forbids my speaking of certain things, but the cries of the people tell a message, if one but listens.
Yes, Father Kim was a mighty fine man.
But what did Blanchard do about Jeffries?
He took Father McKim's advice, and it was no time at all. He found out everything he wanted to know about Jeffries. But before he could call the cavalry, Jeffries found out what he was a-doing and made him a prisoner.
All right, that's enough. It does no good to oppose me.
President Lincoln sent me here personally. Unless he hears from me within 24 hours, he'd have the cavalry in.
Oh, no, my friend. Lincoln has been assassinated.
Assassinated?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
The State Department knows that you are here conducting an investigation, that's all. You have power, yes. Power that I intend to use.
You will never use it.
In that case, your daughter will get the same treatment you are getting.
You don't dare.
No? All right, Belden.
Let her alone! I'll sign. I'll do anything you say.
Blanchard has sold us out. That makes Jeffries practically a dictator.
Yeah, and there's no telling what he plans to do next.
Joan or Blanchard could tell us if we could get to them.
Yeah.
That dev for Ranger who ride alone.
I'll be back in a minute.
Look at her. She's with him all the time. I'd like to get my hands on her father.
Smile, bow to them. Remember, you and your father are my dear friend, my guest.
Miss Blanchard.
You shouldn't be here. You'll be caught.
Jeffries may never come here.
But somebody else may see you.
Father McKim watches for me. Did your father authorize the appointment of Jeffries as magistrate?
He had to save me.
We thought it was something like that. Can you find out what his next move will be?
Well, I can try.
Jeffries is coming.
Thank you, Father McKim. You better meet him outside.
But you...
Don't worry.
Where'd the Lone Ranger go when he rode away?
He went back to the cave, and there he found Jim Clark dying.
Dying?
Yep. He'd come across Kester and some of his troopers driving off cattle that belonged to one of the people. He saved the cattle, all right, but it cost him his life. The Lone Ranger and Tonto and the others buried him in the cave.
You were a brave, unselfish man, Jim Clark, and gladly you gave up your life for the people of Texas. We promise that the ideals you fought for and died for shall continue to be our ideals until the power of Marcus Jeffries is forever broken. I pledge that your death shall not go unavenged.
But he had a hard job ahead of him. You see, Jeffries had gathered up practically all the money in the country. He called them taxes.
Silver. You must admit I'm thorough, Blanchard.
Thorough? You mean ruthless? The government doesn't want blood money.
Don't worry, Washington will never get that.
It was collected as taxes.
Yes, it was. But I need that silver. It means power. More power. With it, I can gain control of this entire territory.
You'll never get away with it, Jeffries. When Lieutenant Brown
When the
comes,
federal officer arrives, he'll get Confederate money.
What?
Yes, I know it's worthless. But your report will say Confederate money is all that the people have.
Colonel Jeffries?
Yes?
I'm Lieutenant Brown from Fort Bentley.
Oh, I didn't expect you until this afternoon, Lieutenant.
Well, we rode all night. I see you're ready for me.
But, yes.
See, my men are pretty tired, and we'd like to rest over until tomorrow morning. I wonder if you could arrange a safe place to store the silver until then.
Why, of course. In the bank.
That would be fine, sir.
I'll have my own troopers guarded until you're ready to leave.
Thank you very much, sir.
Morley. Find suitable quarters for the lieutenant and his men. Will you follow me? And arrange for the silver to be stored in the bank.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Colonel.
A fine mess. He saw the silver. Now we'll have to make arrangements to steal it out of the bank tonight. Beach and bring message. Hurry, Tonto. There's no time to lose.
Hey, Felton, hurry it up, will you?
We'll be right out.
All right, you drive. You two get back. You drive.
What's up? It was a Lone Ranger. He got away with the silver. Come on!
I'll drop off and hold him back. You have found no trace of it?
Not yet, but I have a...
It must be near town somewhere. Keep searching. Don't worry, Lieutenant. We'll get your silver, and the Lone Ranger, too.
Thank you, sir. Mia, stop him.
It's only about 3 miles now to Fort Bentley.
Once we get the silver to the Federals, Jeffries will have to whistle for it. That's a new one, Tonto. What's up?
Root of tree go deep in ground. Ground have ears. Many horses coming fast.
Are they close?
Better hide pack horses. Troopers too close. Maybe they find. You go.
He's right. We'd better keep them away from here.
In one last drive, Major Brennan, we drove them out of their ambush into the open, and then your cavalry came along. I'll take them back to Pecos now for that bank robbery.
You said the stolen silver was a payment for cattle confiscated in lieu of taxes?
Yes.
In that case, these 4 men are federal prisoners and must be tried here.
Are you joking?
Most assuredly not, Captain Kester. That's federal law.
I don't care what law it is, Major. These are my prisoners, and they're charged with a lot of crimes that aren't federal.
I'm interested only in the missing federal tax money. These men claim that the silver will be returned. If that is true, then I shall release them. They'll be tried in the morning. If you want to, you can stay and await results.
I will.
Take the prisoners to the guardhouse.
Good work, Tonto. Any news?
Everything wait till tomorrow.
Then we'll have to work fast.
Looks like a job for the Lone Ranger. If he can get out of here.
out there!
Looks like a pack train. What do you got there? It must be the treasury silver. This is real luck.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'll have it put in the state treasury in Austin for safekeeping.
That's a good idea.
Now, this proves that the Rangers had nothing to do with the robbery.
But I know they did. The Lone Ranger brought that here himself.
Rather hard thing for him to do when he's locked up in the guardhouse.
But he's not in the guardhouse. I know it was him on that white horse. I was right beside him. He must have broken out some way. And it won't take long to find out. And the missing one will be the Lone Ranger.
Open up. Yes, sir.
The Lone Ranger's tried one too many tricks. Sooner or later, I knew he'd slip. Rogers. King. So Forrest is not the Lone Ranger. That leaves...
Say, what is this anyway? Why pass me up?
I count 4.
But I tell you, I fought with him. He must have crawled back in here somehow.
You'll have to prove that.
I can. I ripped this spur from the Lone Ranger's boot. How about seeing where it came from? If this spur is missing from the boot of one of these men, will that prove he's the Lone Ranger?
Why, yes.
All right. Line up. Now turn around. So you're the Lone Ranger.
If I were you, Kester, I'd make certain I wasn't going off half-cocked.
Well, they're my prisoners now, Major. The silver's been recovered.
I'll turn them over to you in the morning. Prisoners are now in your custody.
And I'll know what to do with them.
I hope that Colonel Jeffries has sounder evidence against the Rangers than he had in this robbery.
He has plenty of evidence against them.
Open up. Yes, sir.
What's more, I'm tired of your bungling methods. Morgan and his men are going to catch the Lone Ranger for me.
That might work out all right, if he can find the Lone Ranger.
Don't you worry. My men will find him.
I just found something. Is this man all right?
Yes, go ahead.
We just discovered that Joe Cannon is an uncle to the Ranger Stewart. Joe Cannon, the blacksmith? Not only a blacksmith, but an expert gunmaker. He's moved his shop to his ranch. We don't know who he's working for, but he's keeping quite busy.
What do you mean? You think he might be the one who...
Somebody must be molding those silver bullets for the Lone Ranger.
You're right. Morgan, there's your lead. You and your men get out to the Cannon Ranch and look things over.
We're on our way. What you doing?
Molding bullets.
Mighty bright-looking lead. Let me see it.
Hey, Morgan, we got the goods on him. Look.
Come on, let's go.
Grandpa! Grandpa, what's happened? Grandpa, speak to me. Grandpa.
The only relative that Sammy had left was his uncle, Bob Stewart.
The ranger?
Yep. And when Sammy went to the cave and told him about the murder, he went a-gunning for Morgan and his men. And when he found them, they were gambling with the silver they'd stole.
Hello, boys. Any strangers allowed in this game? This is a big game, cowboy, and it takes real money. No Confederate paper. Well, that suits me.
Well, come on, ante up.
Lone Ranger.
He got them all before he died, though. Great fighter, that Bob Stewart.
Was he the Lone Ranger?
No, the Lone Ranger was one of the three that was left.
Did the Lone Ranger bury Bob Stewart in the cave, too?
Yup. He swiped his body right from underneath Jeffries' nose. Killed some of the troopers to do it.
My, the Lone Ranger was a smart man.
He was that. And Blanche's daughter was doing all she could to help, too.
Father, look what found in an old desk downstairs.
Why, it's Jeffries. This will explain a lot of things. I can understand now why this so-called Jeffries has been
So that's what you found. Mr. Blanchard, I'm afraid you and your daughter are becoming burdened with too much dangerous information. I believe a change would be advisable. Be ready to leave by stagecoach this afternoon. The time has come for me to send you on a little mission of goodwill. Oh, don't be alarmed. The trip will solve both our problems.
Marina, will you take a message to Father McKen?
Sí, señorita.
I'm riding to Pecos, Tonto. Ready yet?
They haven't left the stables yet.
All right, I'll get them started. have to get out of sight. I can't. My ankle, it's hurt. Wait here.
Well, I guess that finishes them all right. Better make sure, though. Dalton, you stay here with the horses. The rest of you come with me.
Put them up. Don't turn around. Lead the horses out.
This man will remain here as our prisoner. The others are our guests.
Redskin, I'll get even with you for this.
Rawhide make good rope to tie wild animals with.
Hiya, Bert. Hello, Alan.
Hi, sir. Enemy. Blanchard?
You're all friends with the Lone Ranger, aren't you? One of them is the Lone Ranger.
Washington sent Jeffries to Texas because of his record as a just and honest administrator. And until I found that reward notice, I couldn't understand why he'd become such a fiend, such an unscrupulous villain.
Had you ever met the real Jeffries before you came to Texas?
No. What do you intend doing with the prisoner? Why, he's gone.
White man use water to loosen Rawhide. All Indian trick.
He's taken the Lone Ranger's guns. Spread out and search for him. He's in the cavern somewhere. Sammy, you stay here. Come on, Tonto.
Stand right where you are. I can pick you up one at a time, so don't make a move. Come on. Stand close to that kid or I'll start shooting. Now, where's the Indian and those other two? Come on. Get near that kid.
No. Not no good. Loud noise make cave fall, maybe whole roof.
All of you, get out there where I can see you. Still one missing. Now, I'm going to count 10, and if he don't show up, I'm going to start shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, I ain't just talking. 9, 10.
There was only 2 of the Rangers left.
Gee.
And things looked pretty bad. Especially one day when some of the troopers followed Tonto to the Rangers' cave and then went and told Jeffries about it.
It led us to a cave just past Paiute Springs. Blanchard and his daughter know I'm an imposter. If they get away, we're through. This time, I'll take care of the Lone Ranger myself. Call out every available man. We'll go to this cave and settle with them once and for all. Hurry, there's no time to lose.
Yes, sir.
Troopers! The cave's over there. Come on.
Here they come.
Hold back!
As long as we have ammunition, we can hold out. Yeah, as long as we have ammunition.
Let me see how much left.
All right.
They can't get away. We'll wait till night and close in on them.
This is all. Soon? If I can get through to Holt and his men, maybe...
I'll go with you. Tonto, take care of these people. They won't be able to rout you out.
Let's go. No, Silver.
It's a desperate chance.
There must be some other way.
Oh, we'll get through all right.
Good luck, Bert.
Same to you.
All right, Tonto.
Take a couple men and go after him. Come on.
Do you think they got through?
Maybe. Of your men?
Working different places. Why? Something doing?
Yes. Jeffries and his troopers are near Paiute Springs. There aren't many more of them than you can muster in your party.
It won't take long to round up the rest of the boys. We'll pick them up on the way to the spring. Jimmy, Captain Henry, you know what to do. Hurry! Well, we're ready.
Good.
Get him? We got one all right. I think we got the other, but we couldn't find his body.
He tricked you. He's gone for help. We gotta hurry. We'll smoke him out. Bring anything in that'll burn. Come on, Ed.
All right, make it something there.
Hurry now. That's enough. Get it started.
They smoke us out.
Get at us one at a time here. At any rate, I'm going to settle with a Lone Ranger.
only fitting, therefore, that he be buried here beside his three comrades, who in their turn laid down their lives, that Texas might be freed of tyranny. The debt of gratitude owed to them by the people of Texas can never be repaid. They will always live in our memory. And to him who was known as the Lone Ranger, our hearts go out. He, like his comrades, laid down his life. Through and because of his leadership, it is our privilege to gather here once more a free people. And as your newly appointed governor, I make this my first official act, that this their home shall forever be set aside as a monument to their patriotism and their daring.
Hail Silver! Away!
It's him.
The Lone Ranger.
I knew he wasn't dead. I knew you wasn't dead.
Lone Ranger, we all owe you an overwhelming debt of gratitude, but ask you to aid us once more by reorganizing the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers will be reorganized, and Texas will enjoy freedom and prosperity. But in other places, men like Jeffries still prey upon innocent people. With so much work to be done, I cannot remain. However, if Texas ever needs me, I will return.
You've always been the Lone Ranger to us. May we not see who you are?
Alan King.
Till we meet again.
And because of him, you and me can ride around today without any worries.
Did the Lone Ranger tell you all that himself?
Only a little. My father told me the rest.
Who's he?
He was Sammy, the little boy the Lone Ranger sort of adopted like.
Gee.
Now, you better run in and get your chow.
Thanks, Smokey. Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
Steady, Silver. Steady.